Hello, my convicts and convicts. Yes, it is I, the Cap Convict, and yes, I'm doing that vlog I talked about. Sorry, it's been a couple of days since I've said that, and I wanted to get it out there, but I've been so busy, and obviously we've been to McDonald's, and you wanted to go to Jungle Mazia, which is a play center near here, and it's been kind of hectic. So today is the day. I want to talk about Apex Legends, and I want to try and get this out to Vince Zampella. I think it's Vince Zampella and his respawn team, because there's been a huge problem and issue with the latest update that they've done. Now, the update previous to this, it was absolutely perfect. I don't know why they changed the skill-based matchmaking, or they said that it was bugging, it wasn't working correctly. Well, it was the best working matchmaking I've ever seen, because I was getting actually good players who could actually play the game. I was even sometimes getting Apex Predators and stuff on my team, which was really good. So I had an enjoyable experience every time I played, and it seemed to work. They've also done something regarding to hit registration, and I feel like they've messed that up as well, because it's actually got worse. Now, I don't know if you've seen it. Go back and watch my last gameplay on Apex Legends. The scene, or the part I want you to look at and watch in slow motion, is a fight between me and Bloodhound. Now, I'm up top, I kill someone, and Bloodhound pings up, and then he uses his Bloodhound ability to turn red. And then he comes up and starts fighting with me. Now, the first part, I don't know if you want to slow that down, but it's the one where he's down the bottom of the stairs and we engage in a fight at the bottom of the stairs. I use the L star to shoot him and then have to swap over to the alternator and kill him and finish him off with that. Watch that back, because I definitely feel that even though I was shooting and it was hitting him, it wasn't actually registering any hits at all on Bloodhound. I'm going to watch it myself because I've not had proper chance to do it, because with me being so busy with Rhea being off this week, it's been pretty difficult. But this is a message to you, Vince, and to the Respawn team. Now, I don't want to just crap on your game. I want to give you some constructive criticism. Excuse me. Just finished my McDonald's, so excuse me. So, first of all, please put it back to the update that was in previously, because the update for the skill-based matchmaking was working fine. All the characters, all the teams seemed to be pretty good, and I was getting some good teammates, and it was a much more enjoyable experience. I was actually finding myself being able to win more games than just constantly lose, because I'm carrying my team completely. If you don't believe me, if you go to the Kappa Convict and you watch my last video on Apex Legends, you'll see I had to carry my team constantly throughout the game. Now, it wasn't their fault, and they were playing as a team at least, and not running off and doing their own thing and just being idiots and just completely ignoring the fact that it's a team-based game and just running off to do their own thing. It's a big problem. But the hit registration is really, really bad in your game. I've even the positivity dude also has been on Twitter. I think his name's Positivity Dude. I do apologize for getting the name wrong. But he's even shown a point on skill-based matchmaking of what teams were like and how bad teams have got at the moment. The game has got into a complete state where it's an absolutely shambles of a game. If you don't fix this, then you're going to lose a lot of people. They're going to just go elsewhere because they literally can't play your game. For me as well, it's literally become an unplayable game. I've literally, out of over 20 odd to 30 games, got one good gameplay. And of recent, I was very lucky to drop on a good team to actually get another gameplay, which I will be showing at some point, either this week or next week, from Apex Legends. So, other things I would like you to do or to look at and review at. I know, obviously, regarding the muzzle flash, you're going to actually look into that, and you're going to see where you can do to reduce it so people can actually see beyond the muzzle flash, which is good. I'm glad that you're doing that. The other thing is the slowdown. When you get shot and you get slowed down, I really wish you would take that off. You did for Gibraltar and for Caustic, because they were wide boys and obviously needed that help to get away. I wish you would do that for all characters. I don't understand why you've got to slow down in the game. Another one is the movement speed. Now, yes, you showed third person, and you've said that third person does need to be fixed if it ever was to come back, because it wasn't, it wouldn't look right because the game was based on a first-person shooter game. But if you've seen the movement speed of the characters, they're so slow. Why are they so slow? And that is what it will be like in first-person mode. That is why a lot of people, if you put the field of view down to 70%, that's why they look like they're moving so slow, because they are actually moving slow. So I don't understand why you have the characters moving at not a normal speed, not a normal run. They're actually like slow motion jogging. It's like watching something from Baywatch where they're all at the beginning going like this through the water. You want to speed up the characters a little bit more to help out with that issue. Another thing I've noticed as well that you've done with the recoil patterns is you've made them random, or you've randomized some of the actual recoil patterns. I really wish you would keep these back to being predictable recoil patterns. I don't know why you would want to change them, because they're actually working really well. Season 1 by far has been the best season for Apex Legends. Everything seemed to be good. So I don't know why you've tried to fix something that didn't really need to be fixed in the first place. The Peacekeeper. The Peacekeeper is a really nice shotgun, but you have done a lot of problems to this gun that it has become really unreliable, and to point I barely use it because it just doesn't seem to work as good as what it used to. What I would probably like to do is you put it back as Season 1 before, and then just look at reducing the range of it and maybe decrease the magazine size. Just give it 3 shots instead of more than that, so people won't be able to spam it as easy. They'd be more like a follow-up shot to win a fight, and something obviously that can mean you win or you lose that fight, because you could reduce the shot time between each blast, or the reload time, or you could even, like I said, reduce the magazine size. Just give it 3 shots like the Mozambique instead of more than that, and then they've got to reload and think about that time in between to whether or not it's a good idea to do so or not. I just feel like you've done so many problems with some of the guns. Even the Wingman. The Wingman was a pretty decent gun. The only thing you needed to do with that, again, was either increase the time it takes to reload, reduce it down to just 3 shots, so it can only do 3 shots and don't give it an extended mag or anything, and just make it something that someone can pull out who is accurate and feels that they're accurate with that kind of weapon to be able to use it and win fights. And obviously if you fail to do so, then again, you're going to lose that fight. You're obviously going to lose. So it's all about a bit of risk for reward sort of situation, not just let's dumb it down and now give it really, really wonky aim like Fortnite, so you're shooting here, there and everywhere else instead of where you should be. So please, Vince, please look at the skill-based matchmaking in your game, because I don't know what you've done with it, but you've really, really messed it up right at the moment, and it's not working at all. It's gone from being, it kind of felt like it was 60% when I was talking about the previous way that the skill-based matchmaking was, the one that was good, this update before. The update that you've done now seems like it is literally 99% terrible, with very, very little, if probably less than 1% of that afterwards being actually decent people in your team. I don't know why you've decided and said that that was a bad update, because that actually was really good. So I would like them to return it back to how it was before, because I was getting a lot of positive feedback. Cooler Ninja, obviously one of our convicts, the Fluty buddy, who also asked about this video going live, also obviously has had these issues. People are having problems with hit detection. People are having problems with that, and I can assure, if you want me to, if you want to get in contact with me, you can do it on my YouTube channel. You can find my business email address, or just send me a message on Twitter as well, at the Kappa Convict with no spaces, and you'll be able to communicate with me there. If you want me to send you footage through, I will do you 5 games in a row and show you how bad your skill-based matchmaking is, if you want me to show you. And I'll just show you the beginning, or up to the point that we die, and just show you how many times I have to try and carry my team and just not get anywhere at all. It's been absolutely horrendous. It's been the worst thing ever, and I don't know what you're planning to do in order to fix it. What I would suggest is if you could do that, so Number 1, return the Peacekeeper and the Wingman to how they were in Season 1. Just increase their time to reload or bring down the shots to 2 or 3, and then obviously people have to think about it and reload in between, so that's going to risk, obviously, a high risk, high reward sort of situation. For the skill-based matchmaking, put it back to the update it was before, the one that you apparently said is not working correctly. Put it back to that one because it was working correctly. Really focus on this hit detection issue. It's not server-side for me. I've been looking for your little icons and they've not been appearing up, and you've said that the icons are now more choosy about what they suggest as being a good connection and a bad connection. So you need to fix those hit detection issues because I don't have any. You can watch that entire video through and you see that there's no icons that come up apart from the beginning when you're loading in. I've never seen those other icons in any of that game, so you can check out the last gameplay on here for Apex Legends. Excuse me, and then you'll know. This McDonald's, Jesus. So yeah, these are the things I would change, and increase the movement speed because the movement speed is far too slow. I don't know why you've got the movement on slightly slow motion-esque time, time to run or whatever you want to call it. It's just so weird that they kind of run more like this than they do actually running properly, which doesn't make sense. And changing the animation time and speeding up the animation time is not going to make any difference. It's the actual movement speed you need to speed up on there. And also, one last thing for me personally, and that is remove the slowdown effect when you're being shot at. Because when you're one person, like myself, and you versus 3 other legends, you want to be able to get around and try and survive as best as you can. I've tried to do that, and when you're being shot and slowed down, and there's 3 of them, it's almost impossible to win that fight because 1, the movement speed is too slow, so you can't get to them quick enough. But not only that, they have it where once you knock one of them down, he's getting revived while the other guy's trying to shoot you. You're trying to shield and heal, so by the time you shielded and healed, he's then up again, shield and healing. Then you've got to knock another guy, and then it's rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And I couldn't beat them. I literally couldn't beat this team of 3. I was just continuously me hammering one down and then them getting back up, hammering one down, them getting back up, and until eventually I just ran out of healing and shields myself and just died to them because I literally couldn't outbeat all 3 of them. But this is because of the slowdown and, like I said, the movement speed of your game. If you can really fix that, then you'll bring this game really, really back from where it is at the moment. And all I would like you to do is just, like I said, the Peacekeeper and the Wingman, just make them good again. They were good guns, and return the other guns to predictive recoil and not sort of now unpredictable recoil, because they've actually got more than one recoil pattern, which I've noticed when I've gone into the training mode. If you go into the training mode now and you shoot with anything such as the R301, you'll actually see that the recoil patterns are different each time. They have different recoil patterns, and they're not predictable ones like they used to be in Season 1 and obviously some of the other seasons until they physically decided to change them. All I would do if you want to reduce the meta of using such as like R99 or anything is just reduce their magazine size or something like that. And like the LMGs, such as like the Spitfire. Now the Spitfire I've never found to be an OP one. I think it was a Devotion, and you've upped that to gold one now anyway. So we know where that one is at the moment. But you could probably get it to overheat a bit quicker, a bit like the L-Star, so it overheats. And such as like the Spitfire, I think the Spitfire is probably in a good spot. I wouldn't touch that one, to be honest. The only ones that I would kind of like you to look at is maybe the Mozambique. Maybe give it a few more rounds in it. Maybe give it 6 in each one, so you can shoot 6. You can shoot out 6 shots rather than the 3. I think that's the one that you got the wrong way around. Is the Peacekeeper does quite a few shots, and obviously then there's a problem because obviously of the amount of shots it's got. But then you've got the Mozambique, which is underpowered because you can only shoot them 3 times, and they've got body armor. You're screwed. if you can shoot 6 times, then maybe you might actually win, or 12 times, you might actually win a fight between them. I think you should find out where the Mozambique would lie with each of the body armors, and then kind of set an ammo count where you could actually kill somebody with with a good body armor with a Mozambique, because a lot of times I run into them and I can't do it with a Mozambique. You're just literally running around and you can't help your teammates who are getting downed because you can't get to them because you don't have a gun to use. It's either that or just use this and just hope for the best. Also, the punching detection as well on your game is really, really bizarre. I've never known anything where you can go up to someone and punch them and it doesn't affect or do any damage to them, and they hit you, and every shot from them hits, but your shots don't work when you're punching each other for the punching mechanic. So that's something I would have liked for you to have a look at. If you want, like, for the movement speed, make it like Titanfall 2. The characters in Titanfall 2, they move so good. The movement, actually, the wall running, everything in Titanfall 2 just flows so well. I don't understand how the same group who made Titanfall 2 can't make Apex Legends with Titanfall 2 mechanics. Because the Titanfall 2 mechanics actually works really, really well. The only thing I don't want to see come into this kind of game, obviously, is the wall running and stuff, because that would kind of make it a bit odd, a bit awkward and dodgy. I don't want to go into like a almost jetpack style, Call of Duty style of game. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here because I'm rambling on. But yeah, if you can do that for us, Vince, then we can hopefully fix it. But your skill-based matchmaking really does need to be fixed. Revert it to the last update. Leave it as that. So we sometimes get Apex Predators. Sometimes you'll get higher ranks and stuff like that. And then someone like the Positivity dude who got was gold plus, I think he said it was, and then he ended up with a bronze in his team. Just doesn't make sense. I know you're out there and hopefully you're listening, but one other thing before I go is please start communicating with your community, because in a moment we're just getting nothing from you at all. And you know, we can only get more angry and angrier and angrier because of your ignoring us rather than listening and then saying, yeah, we are working on it and we know this is a problem. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here because my little boy is here. And for those who don't know, he's autistic. And so he has his moments. He's here. Hi. So I'm going to leave it here. Hopefully enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you're new. Tap that notification bell to be notified of all my videos. And you truly can be one of my convicts or convicts for ladies. And there we go. So we're going to go now, are we? Yeah? I'm going to say bye. Bye. That's it. Good boy. Good boy. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. We're here. He said bye. I'm saying bye. And bye for now. You can say bye. Bye again. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye.